Boom. And
Boom.
you're live.
There we go. We're live.
Off we
We're
go.
just waiting for Nick to do the sound check.
Talk amongst yourselves while we wait to see if
In your
anyone
own
can
time,
hear us.
Nick.
Fiona's in a very bad mood today, and if she's smiling, it's all fake.
Yeah, no. We've just been
fake.
saying, talking about comedy is the only thing that will get us through this absolutely shite weather. There you go, I've said it. We've got sound. Excellent, we've got sound. Anyway, yeah, we thought that the only way to get through it is to watch comedy, and we were just laughing about Little Britain, which I haven't seen obviously for donkey's years. And Nick said something, or I said something to Nick, and he said, "Yeah, I know." And I went, "Yeah, no." For some reason, it
now
just amused us.
Really funny.
Yeah, now I can't stop saying it. Yeah, I know. So last week I mentioned that we were having a work experience girl coming in to join us. And this is Sophie, and Sophie has been with us all week, and I have to say she's completely one of the team. We don't want to lose her. She can work here full time as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, you've done well to that this week, haven't you? Have you enjoyed it?
I really enjoyed it. Waiting for Trev to make
Julie's
waiting for Trev to make the coffee.
Oh, Jules, yeah, tell her to hurry up. Get the coffee on. Tell her to be more organised next week. What do you want, Padstone? What do you want, darling? If anybody says that there's going to be a hosepipe ban this summer, oh God, here we go. I tell you, there'll be fists flying. I managed to get
getting
myself
annoyed about things that haven't happened.
I know, but honest to God, you know, I managed to get myself out of bed this morning, but I honestly don't know how. I just want to go to bed and eat Mars bars, and I don't even like Mars bars, and I don't want to come out until somebody says to me it's quite safe. We've got at least 4 hours of sunshine. That'd be nice. Anyway, I try and be good. So we've had a good week despite the weather. And despite the fact that we have scaffolding up on the front of the building, which is apparently going to be here for 2 weeks, if the weather's nice and they can finish painting the outside of the building. So the weather's sort of naffed up play today. But it's been nice because having a little chum here in the form of Sophie and trying to teach Sophie new techniques of painting and stuff, which she's been a very willing participant, and it's kind of renewed all my va-va-voom as far as painting techniques and things are concerned. Come here. Look at that. He's going to get attention from a new person. Oh, so we've got Sophie doing work for us, and one of the jobs she did this week, which I was extremely grateful for because I've been threatening to do it, is she's painted the spoons, the spatulas, with all the new alfresco limited edition ranges and the new ones that are permanent members of the stable. Am I supposed? Yeah, I am doing it the right way. So we've got all these now so that people can see what the new colours are. And I have to say, they're absolutely gorgeous. And we've been doing little practice things where we've taken the colour and we've been adding browning wax to show what it would look like if you took it from the contemporary smooth colour, added lots of browning wax, and then wiped some of the browning wax off. And you would do that if you were perhaps going to be adding some age. And to that end, when we turn the camera around, we'll show you a couple of the things that Sophie has been painting. And she came in bright and shiny this morning to help get the furniture out so we could do the live. And bless her, I couldn't hold her back. She was in the little back room doing some sanding on something. And yeah, you've been marvellous.
Thank you.
And you've enjoyed it, have you? Yeah. Her mum and dad own the building next door, actually. And so I'm hoping that she will have a really good excuse to keep coming in now. You don't actually live next door, do you?
No, I might move in.
Yeah, that would be great. So, do you want to turn the camera around then, Ginge, and we'll have a little wander? Yesterday, we had the scaffolding up and we had the decorators here doing the outside. And, of course, it was pouring with rain and they were needing to do all their scraping and filling of holes in the concrete and everything else. And so we couldn't actually get anything out on the pavement. So although we got a huge banner saying Fifi's open as usual on the scaffolding, nobody could come in. They couldn't walk into the big room because we couldn't walk round. So
as if there aren't enough things.
As if there aren't enough things to contend with. But Sophie and I just went, oh well, whatevs, and we carried on. So just have a look at that green plant stand. That's one of the ones that Sophie painted up for us, using the lovely new limited edition colour called Matcha, which is just fantastic. And if I just hold the browning wax sample against it, you can see how different that makes it look. And we were oohing and ahhing and wondering whether or not we would use the browning wax on this little table plant stand, but we've decided in the end to leave it as smooth and contemporary and less is more. What was the other thing you painted, Sophie? Oh yeah, this. We did this footstool. This one came in beginning of the week. Oh yeah, the top. Have you it's done, is it? Aha, Nick actually put the top back on for us. This came in at the beginning of this week. A really nice footstool. The base of it was that colour, but it was badly scratched and
morning
dirty.
Team, do you have any sunshine in stock?
Oh God, if we did, Symes, I'd have used it all up on my very own self because I just need it. So she's painted this all up. It's all lovely, and we photographed it yesterday. And then you put it all onto the Instagram, didn't you? And did all the hashtags, and I just sat there and kind of dictated. And of course, young uns these days, they're like with their fingers and thumbs, and they can get it all on in nanu quick time. Oh, how am I going to manage next week when you're not around?
Well, we might have to talk with Mr. Blake.
Oh, that was funny. Can I say this? Mr. Blake came in. Mr. Blake is her drama teacher, and he was responsible for coming in to check up and see how things were going. Well, this guy walked in. I swear to God, he was 12 and a half. That's all he was. He was just so young, wasn't he? And bless him, just as he arrived, he's had a completely dead morning, nothing happening at all. And when Mr. Blake arrived to do the proper interview, we had a little flurry, didn't we, of about half an hour with people coming in and the builders wanting to go in and out and God knows what else. And it was just chaos. So he ended up going out through to the kitchen where we've been doing the painting techniques. And he got quite involved with it all, didn't he? And then I was talking to him about the stuff they teach in schools and what a waste of time algebra is. And he was trying to justify why algebra was good. And I was saying, well, I'm sorry, not convinced. And he had a bit of a beating up by both of us, didn't he? But he was all right, wasn't he?
All right.
Yeah. He kind of got out of here as soon as he could. But it was a nice conversation, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he's actually not one of the teachers on strike because he's let his something or other lapse. So I was saying, well, pay people what they're bloody due. Let's get it all started. And we had a right old go, didn't we? We did. But anyway, Mr. Blake is 12 and a half, and then it turns out he's actually 34, and he's got 2 children. So it's like,
well, when you get to our perspective, looking back, everyone looks 12 and a half.
I was saying how important it is as well that teachers have such an impact on your life, and a good teacher impacts your life forever. Mr. Henshaw and Mr. Mackenzie were my 2 favourite teachers, English and music, and they made secondary school bearable. The rest of it I thought was a load of old pants, really. But there you go. So let's just go down and see what's in the other room, because I haven't been down there for what feels like 3 days. What else is there up here, Nick? Is there anything else up here? I don't think there is really, because it's been so rubbish, wet and horrible. We haven't really been able to go out buying much. I have got a van, I was going to say full of pictures. That's a slight exaggeration. We've got 3 big pictures in the back of the van, which will be coming into the shop. They'll go onto Instagram later today. We could just have a quick mosey down here. Have you got a favourite thing in the shop, Sophie, that you've seen and liked?
I really like the stripy dresser.
The stripy dresses. Yes, the black and white bombs. They're great, aren't they? Oh, and by the way, everybody, finally, have finished this one that's been sort of done by osmosis. Drip, drip, drip. It's now done. I think it's on for 265. Nice big drinks cabinet. Could be a drinks cabinet, could be anything really. It's a bit mad and bonkers. It was just showcasing all the different paints. We've got trim paint, we've got alfresco, we've got gold leaf, we've got French shimmer, we've got wall paints, we've got wax on it. You name it. We just threw the whole lot at it. And this one we've moved out of the window so that you can more easily see these rather clever wings on the side, which have all been painted in the gold French sheen, platinum, what's this one called? King's Gold? King's Gold. All gold on the inside. Yeah, good job Nick knows all these things, because I tend not to. I don't need to anymore. Nick's my memory box. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. So that's absolutely gorgeous. That's on for $3.75. You trying to get on that bed there, Padster?
You want to go to bed?
Do you? You want to go to bed? Yes.
Oh, quick, get him off, get him
I think
off.
I do.
Get him off.
It's all right, his feet are dry.
No, he might decide it's a good place to leave a deposit.
He wouldn't dare.
He would. I'm telling you, get him off.
Come here. Come on.
I'm not
Good
taking
boy.
responsibility
Good
for
boy.
that.
Good boy. So, yeah, there's not an awful lot that's changed in here. For the people who watch us regularly, we've had quite a lot of stuff that's gone out. We have shifted everything around. But most of the stuff that we did on our last big buying trip has actually gone, hasn't it, Nick? Yeah. We have got a few things around which we've had for a while now.
Get him off, get him off, get him off.
Whilst they're not actually... Spoon's naughty today.
She wouldn't let Harry do that. Oh.
Hmm? No, she wouldn't. She wouldn't. No, I'm a bit biased where Paddy's concerned. Whilst we have got no sale on, that doesn't make much sense, does it? We would be open to negotiation on a few of the things that we've had here for quite a while, which for some reason haven't gone. They're not overpriced, but maybe people haven't really noticed them properly. So, you know, when you come in, do just sort of say, how long have you had that one? Is it something we might better do a little bit on?
Oh, look, I'm just trying out some special effects. Just turned on some special effects then. Oh, let's try that again.
Give me some glints.
Oh, look, I've made her go all pink. That's
Oh,
nice.
that'd be good. I'd like to be all pink.
Let's try. Oh, look, old style. That's quite nice.
Oi, get off!
Quite like that.
Get off! He thinks that's a great new game, doesn't he, now?
Let's try in black and white. Sorry,
You
I'm
being a
just
cheeky
amusing
boy.
myself.
Come here.
Oh, look, we can
There,
do,
look, there we
we
go.
can do it in
So
a
I can sit
drawing
on my
style.
throne chair. This is such a comfortable chair. I don't know why this wasn't gone
Sorry.
yet. It's gold, it's mad, it's bonkers. And actually, it's a really, really nice chair.
Her Royal Highness.
Yes, I could just put one of these little crowns on my head, couldn't I? That was a nice one, look, with the candle on the top. Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, God,
my
Paddy.
God.
Right.
What was one of the most unusual things we had in the shop over the period and you sold yesterday?
Oh, yes, well remembered. Oi, get off, Paddy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I'm just getting a bit carried away with
We
my-
had a lovely Irish couple who came in. They were over here for a holiday. And they popped into the shop and looked around as much as they could. They couldn't come down in here. Then they went away, having made lots of oohing and ahhing noises and how lovely the shop was. And then they came back an hour later and he made a beeline for it and he bought the horse's leg.
Oh,
So that
how
mad
bizarre.
piece of
We've got those other
wooden
ones
horse's leg,
too.
he bought it and he was chuffed to bits, wasn't he? I was amazed as well. It was like, really? So anyway, so it's an Irish guy and he's taking it back to Ireland with him. So that's great. So there's absolutely no point in taking you outside, really, today, because the weather's so bad. Just to say that the scaffolding's up, we hope, for only 2 weeks. We have got a massive banner on it saying Fifi's is open as usual. And we're drinking coffee at the moment, but if things don't improve, then it's going to be neat gin, all right? So that's it, pretty much.
So if you could like, comment, subscribe, help Fifi gain more
subscribers,
more traffic on the YouTubes, that would help a lot. Thank you very much.
Look at him waiting to get his
Everything,
treat.
every little helps to keep Fifi here, because we'd like to have Fifi still here if we ever do come out of this dire economic environment that she's trying to survive in.
Circumnavigate.
Simon's saying, what an asset Sophie has been. She even got a sale out of me yesterday.
Yes, you did as well. And can I just say as well, full credit where credit's due. if I go to work at somebody else's place, I'm always very scared of using the equipment. I'd turn round and Sophie'd actually used the bloody card reader, taken the sale, given the right receipt to the right person, sorted it all out.
That's because not everybody is this old fuddy-duddy like you and me.
No, that's true. Do you want to just go and quickly grab one of your drawer fronts and just bring the sandpaper and just show people what it is that you're doing on that? We've also tried to sand an old churn this week, which we are repainting. But the weather keeps stopping play because I need to scrape it while we're outside. So these little drawers were just out of a piece of furniture that was absolutely of no use anymore. So Sophie has painted them, and she's done crackle glaze underneath this piece of napkin, which is just a bit of tissue, and she's doing this one as well, and just generally just show them what you're doing, just literally sanding it now very, very gently until we get it so that it's completely smooth. It'll actually feel smooth when your eyes are closed, and all this stuff will just flip off here around the edges, and then we're going to wax it and put the dear little metal knobs back on, and those will just be useful for us to display, I don't know, little things or knobs or something like that in the shop. So rather than throwing these away, we've kind of upcycled them, and we've taught Sophie a few things in the process, haven't we? So now you've got the slightly tedious job, haven't you, of what is it you're actually doing then? You're just sanding that away gently, aren't you?
Yeah, in circular motions.
Nice and lightly. So yeah, she's on it. She's good. I'm keeping her. Right, so have a fantastic week, everybody. Stay dry, and
next week we'll have Fifi back in a better mood.
yes.
If we're spared.
There's always hope, Nick. Always hope.
Bye for now.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.